from Brandon Sudge and Mark Weiser.
Hey, Nolan. So I wanted to ask you kind of about how you've taken this season right now as a younger guy who hasn't really been here too terribly long, but to be in a place to where you guys aren't really looking at a playoff spot right now, to where the controlling your destiny thing is kind of out of reach. How do you personally kind of go about that and get motivated every day?
Yeah, I mean, you take every day one day at a time. I mean, you shouldn't need motivation, man. We were fighting to play a football season, and now we get the opportunity. And some guys talking, like you said, what is your motivation? We get to play football, so we got to come in and prepare every day. Like it might be our last day. I mean, you see guys getting banged up and hurt in other conferences and other leagues that don't get to play it down anymore. And you just try to take every day one day at a time. I mean, I tried to have the best Tuesday I can have today, and I tried to have the best Monday yesterday. So you just take everything one day at a time.
Hey, Nolan, I know, it was a rough game for a lot of folks, on Georgia, including the quarterbacks the last game. I'm curious, 2 days of practice, what you've seen from those three guys with Stetson out in terms of, how you guys might be, at that position if Stetson isn't able to go.
I trust Coach Smart and Coach Monken to make the right program, but I'm not on that side of the ball, so I really don't know. I just see them throw on certain periods and stuff like that, and they look really good and really great from what I see. But also, I'm not a quarterbacks coach, so I really don't know nothing about that position. I trust our coaches that they'll make the right decision and put the guy out there that's ready and that can lead the team to another win.
Let's go to Mike and then Dean.
No, I just want to ask you, just your thoughts coming out of that Florida game in general, just you personally and your performance, where you think you're at.
We try to get better from week to week. Personally, it's a lot of things that I could work on. I'm not a perfect player by any means, and just working on our pass rush, knowing our coverages and stuff like that, and how we can really help with games and stuff like that, and just really pocket push for me. And being able to separate from blocks, that's really about it. And I just try to work on hand placement and eye discipline every day. A lot of teams are starting to do like throwbacks and trickery stuff. So
looks like Dean stepped off. Let's go to Jake and then Dasher.
Nolan, you guys have, I think I've got 3 outside linebackers now with 3 sacks or more. And, you had 1.5 in the first game. I know you guys aren't really focused on numbers, but, do you ever kind of, is there a sense of urgency maybe when you're in the game to like, hey, I need to get mine while I have an opportunity, or is it just kind of a different attitude?
No, it's 100% a different attitude. It's never I need to get mine when I have to. It's you do it for your brother, for your team. If I see Aziz get a sack, I'm going to be yelling from the sideline, great job, Aziz. And I know, when I get a sack, he's yelling the same thing. It's never that's really like a selfish mentality, and that's nothing like that on our team.
Hey, Nolan, you mentioned eye discipline. I think Coach calls it eye control, however you want to describe it. How does one go about, making sure you improve that area? I mean, I know it's film work, on field. Kind of what does it take?
Some people would say film work, but it's just being able to be when you're on the field, just looking at your right keys and looking at things that's coming back. I mean, it's just a lot of things you can do. You can watch film, recognize play sets, or say, oh, this play, I know what this is going to happen. I got to watch this key and all of that. But it's just a lot of guys prepare a lot differently. Like I'm one of the guys that got to see it off the field and look at film and stuff like that and analyze it and then carry it on the field.
Thanks, man.
Let's go to Justin and then Seth.
Hey, man, appreciate you taking the time with us tonight. What are kind of the big headlines of what Mizzou does well, and what's it going to take to slow them down?
I mean, Mizzou's a really good team. I mean, they run the ball really well, and they also can hit you with some explosive shots over the head. I mean, we just got to do what we always do, stop the run. And, this is the SEC. Guys try to run, and they got an amazing back, and their quarterback has a really good arm, and he can make throws. I mean, they have a really good team, and we got to go out there and play clean and good football like Georgia can.
Nolan, how much pride did you and the defense take this year and coming into the year and being called an elite defense, and how how hurtful is it to have the performances you've had against Alabama and Florida?
I mean, it's not hurtful. I still believe in the guys in our room every time. I mean, that's like when your kid falls off the bike. You don't tell them, oh, well, you stay down. You don't ever ride the bike again. You tell them to get back up and keep on riding. I mean, we can't just fall down and lay down in sorrow. We got to get back up and get back in the groove of things. Just like when you first started riding the bike, you fell down, but you didn't stay down. You kept riding.
Let's go to Palmer and then Griffin.
Yeah, Nolan, Coach Smart said today that y'all need this game this weekend. Why do you think that is? Is that a factor of coming off of the loss and needing to get that taste out of your mouth, or how do you take that quote?
I mean, the fact that we need this game is exactly what Coach Smart says. We just need to get on the right track, get going, get back to playing Georgia football, and get comfortable as a team and to build the team camaraderie back. You know, sometimes after a loss, it can be hurtful, and guys, everybody deals with it different ways. Some guys don't like talking to people. Some guys just like going through practice. And I know when we get back to this game, we'll see that brotherhood form back and everybody get ready to play again.
Hey, Nolan. So